Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Derek Lane, another edition of the Fast Lane Podcast for Success. Thanks so much for joining in, and as always, I do appreciate the listenership. So let's get jumping into it. Today, let's talk a little bit about taking the advantages that you have in your life and making the most out of them. Taking these opportunities that you have in life and making the most out of them. I think we all have missed opportunities. We look back and we see that we could have done things differently. We could have played our cards just a little bit differently, and that's okay. We want to recognize some of the mistakes that we made, and that's just it. Everybody makes mistakes. There's no reason to beat yourself up over it. There's no reason to take umbrage over your own misguided steps. So, with that being said, how do I take advantage of the opportunities, and what are the opportunities in my life? Well, that's for you to discover, and I'll go over that with you as well. But we want to make sure that you're getting the most out of life. Some people live their life, and they're not really interested in the adventure of life. They're just kind of meandering through life, kind of bumbling their way through their routine. Get up, go to work, come home, get up, go to work, come home, find a couple extra days on the weekend, maybe watch movies, whatever it is. If you're content with that, God bless you. If you're not content with it and you're trying to find ways to enhance your life, you're trying to find ways to be better in life, then consider some of the things that I will go over with you. One, take advantage of your opportunities, and that would be to sit down and, once again, you know me, pen and paper, sit down and write what you're good at, what you like doing, what you would do if money was no object, where you'd want to be, the vacations you want to take, whether it's fly fishing or skydiving, whatever it is, dude ranching, I don't care. But make a list of everything. These are things that tell yourself who you are. That maybe you're masking, maybe you're hiding, and you're not being honest with yourself about what you really want out of life. Make sure that you share the things in your life with people that are like-minded. If you've got friends just because they happen to be in your life, but they don't share your passion, your drive, maybe it's time to branch out a little bit and share like-minded opportunities with like-minded people. Now, having said that, once you write down all of the things that you're good at, all of your interest, write down all of the things you think you would be good at. In other words, you haven't really tried, but you want to try. And then once you do that, start to assimilate a plan that puts it all together. I can do this by this date, by means of, via this vehicle, this route. I can do these things. What you do is you plant these seeds into your subconscious. Your subconscious goes to work to create opportunities for you to follow through. So if you put the subconscious to work, but you ignore all the signs, it's self-defeating behavior. You want to be able to get through that. You want to be able to recognize the signs, recognize the opportunities, and the people. So you can't go through this world all alone and expect to succeed. You need other people. People helping people. That's what the collective mind is. That's the greatness of everybody being one. Okay? So you do it with other people, but you do it with like-minded people. You don't let the negative forces in. You only let the positive forces into your life, into your conscious and unconscious. You read, you study on the things that you want to do, have, and be. You have your significant other. Make sure that the most important people to you are on board, because they're there to help you, as you are there to help them. As always, our friendship is a two-way road. Our friendship is helping each other. So find the opportunities and then set out to take advantage of the opportunities. And pretty soon the switches start flipping up, and the power and the energy starts to create, and one new idea spawns another idea that spawns another idea, and we keep moving forward. And you update your list periodically. Yes, it's kind of like a goal list. As a matter of fact, it probably is a goal list. But this works in every facet and avenue of your life. Every facet of your life if you sit down and take stock of them. Most people spend more time planning a vacation than they do any aspect of their life. How ridiculous is that? Because you want to make sure everything's perfect in your vacation. You want to make sure everything is so. And the other reason is because you're about to embark in territories that aren't comfortable for you. You don't know what's ahead. So it's a little bit of an adventure and make sure that everything goes well. But isn't that life? You don't know what's in front of you. You don't know what to expect all the time. That's why you stay in that little cocoon of comfort, that cocoon of safeness. That's why you go to the same market, the same gas stations, the same everything. Even though you venture out on the weekends, you go to the same restaurants. Dare I say, step out of the comfort zone just a little bit, get your feet wet. These opportunities for seeing new things, understanding new things, is what drives you. And that's what creates the energy. Your life is a vacation. It shouldn't be relegated to mundane, to mediocre happenings. Okay? Everything in your life should spawn new and incredible energies and propel you forward to the life you want to live. Now, if you're living on a yacht, you're sailing around the world, and that's your comfort zone, God bless you. That is a fabulous comfort zone. If you're helping people, you're a charitable person, and you're helping your community, and that's what drives you, you found your bliss. Finding your bliss, not just settling for a comfort zone, not just settling for the mundane, for the average. Find your bliss. And your bliss doesn't have to be extravagant. Your bliss doesn't have to be hugely proportional compared to everybody else. Your bliss can be just as simple as long as you find it. And every day is a joy to live. Every day you can't wait to wake up in the morning because you're going to do what you love doing. And that, my friends, is where you're heading. That's what you need to be. That's the reason that you take advantages of the things put forth so you could travel on your path forward to discovering what your bliss is and discovering what your opportunities are to help yourself, to help others, and others to help you to help themselves. It is a wonderful, miraculous thing in life. When you figure out the reason you're here, when you figure out what your purpose in your life is, and you make it the most that it can be, and every day you chip away to make it a little better, and every day you wake up with a smile on your face, and when you go to sleep, you've got a smile on your face, knowing that you're surrounded by people that love you and you love them, and you're making a difference in someone else's life. You're living your life to the fullest. I can't think of a better way to live life. It sounds easy, doesn't it? It sounds so easy. And yet we struggle. And yet we labor and toil to accomplish the things that we believe that we want, the thing that the television ads tell us that we need, the radio and media ads and billboard ads tells us our life are going to be better if we use their toothbrush paste, if we drive their car, if we wear their shirts and pants and whatever. My friends, these are all superficial things. When you no longer rely on giant corporations to tell you how to live your life, and you discover how to live your life on your terms in the manner that you're accustomed to, again, that's when you find bliss. You know, I was having a discussion the other day about the millennials, okay? And you know, people are always telling me that, you know, millennials, none of them want to work. And when they do work, they want to be paid $15 an hour at McDonald's. These dang millennials, they don't want to work. You know, and I thought about it, and I thought, well, aren't we conditioning our society to say that we have to have a better life? We're not going to settle for the mundane, just like I've expressed. The idea here is that I want to remind the millennials and you, that's great, but you got to put in. You can't sit back and take. You have to put in. That is the law. That is nature's law, not any governing body. It's nature's law that you have to put in to get back. So once you put in, and once you start putting in and keep putting in, I promise you'll get back. And you'll get to the things that you want to be. You know, if you feel like that you're that working at McDonald's is below you, fine. I personally think that everybody should work there for a while so they can understand the values, not just McDonald's, but any retail job where you have to deal with customers. Everybody should understand how to deal with people, that people want to be treated kindly and be serviced. And you need to humble yourself to do so, because that is just a stepping stone to get to the place that you want to be in life. If you think that you're above that, God bless you. I hope you figure it out. It's a long, arduous road. It's a long, tough road before you start to figure things out. You know, I used to think that I was smarter than my old man. You know, my old man labored and busted his butt and worked constantly, you know, from daylight to dark. And I said, you know, I'm not going to do that. You know, I'll go to college, I'll get a degree, and I'll get a great job. Okay? But let me tell you this, the old saying goes, the older I get, the smarter my dad gets. The older I get, the smarter my dad gets. Right? So because we learn some of the things that experience and maturity starts to give us, and we start to appreciate, we start to understand the teachings before us. Not just from my dad, but from my elders, aunts and uncles. When you take heart to people that care about you, that are giving you solid advice, yeah, not all of it is meant for you, and you don't have to do it to a T, but get the message. That's what you have to get, the message. You get the message in life that we're moving forward. These things are helping you. Don't reinvent the wheel, they say. Take it and make it better. What you put in will come back to you. What you put forth will come back to you. You will start to understand the greatness of the law of nature. You can't cheat it. It's impossible to cheat it. Oh, you might for a while, but trust me, it will catch up with you and bite you in the rear end. Do the thing. And it doesn't have to be laborious and arduous, like I said. You can do things if you just take the instruction, you think about things, you make it smart, you make your list, your pen and paper list, you write down where you're going, what your goals are, how to achieve your goals, and by what means and by what timeline, and you write them as if it's already happened, knowing and trusting in yourself, your capacities, what I call your mental unlimitations. We've heard the term mental limitations. Let me introduce to you mental unlimitations. Your mind can produce more things than you ever thought possible. Things that are what you might consider to be incapable, you're incapable of doing right now. But if you think about your brain and your subconscious and conscious working in unison, you can create mental unlimitedness. Okay? So, taking advantages of the opportunity, we're going to recap here. Take advantage of your mental opportunities. Write down all of the things that you're going to live life for, all the things that you're thankful for. What is your bliss? What is your goal bliss? How are you going to help others? And who are you going to communicate with in your life to assist, and to befriend, and to expand your network? I'm going to get into a podcast that you guys are going to love later on about the power of networking. But for right now, this is about understanding your drive and your passion and your bliss. Understanding that you move forward with your mental unlimitedness. All right. We're going to wrap this up, and I appreciate, once again, all of the listenership, all of the people that respond to me, that send me emails, and once again, I promise I'll get back with you if I haven't yet. I always do. And listen to this podcast on iTunes. Like and share. Only leave positive comments. Like and share. Listen to this podcast on iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, wherever. I mean, Google Play. It's all out there. It's out there for whatever format you have. So if you recommend this to a friend, just tell them whatever outlet that they have, they can find it. It's easy. You found me. I appreciate you searching and finding and listening.